kitchen. Oh, damage. Damage. Before. Gonna fix it. Gonna fix it. Say hi. Welcome back to the Rachel and Scout Show. Yeah, can you hear me?
Not really.
Okay.
Let's give it a minute until we can put up a couple lunches.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay. Can I get a brown sugar shaken espresso oat milk thing? I'm sorry.
What size was it?
Can I get that in a medium?
Mm-hmm.
And then can I add chocolate cream cold foam on top?
It's not in this. Let me try it.
My card got declined, and now I have to find a new Starbucks.
Embarrassing!
Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh my goodness. We need to start shopping for my new job because I'm just realizing I have maybe 2 or 3 pairs of pants and at least one of them has rips in them, and I don't know if I could wear jeans with rips in them to work. So I really only have one good pair of jeans and then a pair of leather trousers that are cute and everything. But it is like 80 degrees here and it is November 11th, I believe, in Florida. So I've got a little Starbucks and I got a little tuna on a pita, and we're gonna head over to Old Navy and try to see what we can find on here. Jeans. I am only 5 foot, always petite jeans. Size, we're looking only for 6s. I already have a very similar pair to those. Let's see what else they have. No matter how cute they are, we do not want rips or tears in the jeans at all. I don't know how flares will look on me, but we'll see. And I don't know if I really want dark wash. I want like light to medium kind of wash. Petite 6. Okay, add to cart. I don't know if they're gonna hit at the ankle like that since I'm so petite. We'll add these to our cart. So just to recap, we're getting these high-waisted, wide-leg jeans in this light wash, and then we're gonna get these high-waisted flare jeans and this like medium wash. Going back to my clean eating roots with this one, I took cauliflower rice, seasoned it, put some black beans in there. I put some Mexican cheese on top and some guac. Let's give it a try. I'm so scared because I hope I like it as much as I used to like it. I just don't know. Spicy, cheesy. You're eating vegetables, but you don't care because it tastes so good and it's so easy to make. It's currently 9:41 and we're gonna get started on blowing out our hair and putting these in. Let's see how long it takes to blow out and to get these in. These are my heatless curls. I've never opened this. I got this the other day. Let's actually open it. I got this on Amazon. Very, very flexible. There is like a very thin wire in here. You can barely feel it. But I'm gonna go to sleep on these and see how they turn out in the morning. I don't know if I'm supposed to go like this, like I see some of the girls do, or like this, or like this, I guess. What makes a difference? First, I'm gonna go in with the last little bit that I have of this Redken One United of this. Oh my gosh, as you can tell, it's barely anything in there. Combing that through my hair. And have my blow dryer. Forgot to put this Pureology Beach Waves Sugar Spray. I will see you guys back here once my hair is all the way dry. It is 9:56. Just got done blow drying my hair. Give it a nice little brush. I kind of want to spray some hairspray in here, and I have this Kevin Murphy stuff that I bought from my old hairstylist in Raleigh. Okay, here we go. We're halfway through and it's only been about 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, I give up at the end. I need like more space back here in order to loop this through. It's just, there's so much hair back there. It's becoming a bird's nest, I feel like. Okay, well, we've got it all together. It is a little messed up, so I feel like I might have to like curl the ends a little bit with like a curling wand in the morning. But for the first time of trying it this way, I feel like we're good to go. Okay, that didn't take too long. It is 10:09. We just got done. I have no idea if this is going to last all night, but I will check back in with you guys in the morning. I'm just as curious as you guys are to see what the heck this is going to look like in the morning. Good morning. I just got out of bed. I have no idea what my hair looks like. It's not bad. Let's give it a whirl. It's 6:36. Okay. I have no idea what the back looks like. Let's comb through the curls and make them like poofy and frizzy. It's not exactly how I would curl it with my curling wand, but still feel like it gives balance. I don't know, y'all. I'm digging it. It's a little different, but it's good. I just spent $60 at the pet store at PetSmart. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck I can do for Scout in lieu of going to the vet for her skin issues. Now, she does have some medicine left over from a vet visit, and I decided to crack and give her some. But I got her an ear cleanser, as well as I got her this ear solution. Whenever I googled, this is the top brand, and I've used this before and I feel like it works well, so we're going back to this. I feel like this is kind of like what she has already, but she's running super low on, where you give them this a couple times a day and then you can wash her ears out with this once a day. And then she has a new hypoallergenic shampoo, but decided to get this conditioner since it recommended the ear solution of this Zamox brand. So I thought I'd get the conditioner, and let's go home, give her a bath, get some coconut oil on her back, get her some ear solution and ear cleaning in the tub while she's getting a bath, and let that girl chill out and put some more ointment on her stomach. I think I'm going to try to tackle her ears and her stomach like 2 to 3 times a day for the next 7 to 12 business days, or 7 to 12 days period. Is he smelling on the things? What is he doing, ma'am? Someone is trying to eat stuff off the ground. No, you can't do that. This is the next day. We just woke up. Scout just got done eating. I did not curl my hair with this last night, and I feel like this side always falls, even if I curl my hair with a curling wand. So I feel like if I want to keep up with how it looks, I probably need to wrap my hair every night. It's still a little frizzy from yesterday though, honestly, and I think it's still the hairspray. So we're just going to ride this wave for a couple of days and then wash it and redo it without hairspray. Scout and I are creating a fun little video, but I just got word that my background check for my job got approved, and I'm so excited. I get to start work on the 27th. I was so nervous earlier because there was a little snafu with my background check. Apparently, for one of my jobs, I said that I started in January when I started in February. Or I started in November, so there was a little red flag, but it's all good. I confirmed I started in November and that I literally just made a typo when I was doing my background check, and everything is fine. So I just got word. I'm so excited! Finally, I'm off the job market.
There's a whole deer on our walk right here.
just one deer. Oh, there's two. Oh my gosh, let's get out of here. I don't want to disturb them. I've never seen deer on my morning walk with Scout. It's kind of jarring. But they're minding their business and we're minding ours, and as long as no one gets hurt, I'm fine with that. Oh my gosh. Deer on our morning walk, Scout. Oh my goodness, I have to document this because I was like, oh, my kitchen is finally like clean because it was a disaster yesterday. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna make my carrot juice for the week, even though it's Tuesday, we know. And I come over here and I got my juicer set up. I've got my like stuff set up. I'm even gonna make my green juice after this. But I was like, oh, last time I forgot to put this under for like a hot second. I had like a little puddle of carrot juice. So I was like, don't forget to put the cup under. But I forgot to put this where all the like, garbage, I don't know, I can't think of the word, but like all the shreds of the fruits and veggies go into here. And I was like furiously just trying to put it under while this was going. And carrots were flying out of the chute because I didn't have this on. It's a mess. It's a little bit of a disaster in here. I got carrot on the floor, carrot on the counter. Oh my gosh, I just had to stop and laugh at myself, but I had to share with you guys. Oh my goodness! I'm going to go see if I can get my car run assured and my tag switch from North Carolina to Florida. And after I do this, I need to grab lunch and catch y'all up on all the tea from the week. And yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, got a little tuna on a pita, and we're gonna have to spill some tea. I feel like this week in my little blips that I've recorded, I haven't really shared that much information that's going on in my life. So we need to get into it. Oh my goodness, excuse me, sorry. We need to get into it. So remember I had that job that ghosted me, or I thought ghosted me, then popped back up a few weeks later and wanted me to interview for them. Well, that was supposed to be last Thursday, but last Tuesday I ended up getting the offer from the job that I interviewed from earlier that day. So I interviewed somewhere around lunchtime and I got an offer somewhere around 6 p.m. And I was like, absolutely yes. For one, these people expedited through the interview process. I felt like I did a good job, and I felt like I was able to bring my A game and show like what kind of a person I am, and like, you know, my work ethic and my knowledge base and all of that. So I was really excited about that. And now back to the job that ghosted me and came back to me. Well, I ended up just canceling my interview because I was just like, I can't deal with this. Like, I already got an offer. I don't want to go to an in-office interview. I'll do a video interview if I'm going to do something like that. That's why I was taking the other interview from that third company that I had the video interview with. Well, I've never heard anything back, so I'm assuming I didn't get selected, which is fine, because I just got news yesterday that my background check cleared and I am good to go. And I don't have to worry about anything else. I am going to this job. So anyway, back to the story. So after I canceled the interview, I want to say like last Friday, the HR girl that set up the interview and everything that works at the company called me a couple times. I missed the call, so I called her back. I called her back and I was like, why is this girl even call me? Because I could tell like it said from this place of employment, from this bank, and I was like, okay, but why are they calling me? I'm so confused. So I called her and she wanted feedback on the interview process. And I really let her know how I felt, to be honest, because what I told her is, okay, so I had my interview however many weeks ago. I followed up twice. One time you responded. That was the week after my interview. I think I let a full 5 business days go by. So if I interviewed Tuesday, I followed up the next Tuesday. I followed up with Felicia twice. One time she responded, and then I followed up the week after. She never responded. That's when I assumed, oh, they ghosted me. They found a different employee or something, and that's fine. That happens. And then when they come back several weeks later and wanted to interview with me, I was like, I told myself I will not take before I got in that interview, I was like, I will not take any interviews for them. I don't want to work for them, but at the same time, I just know like I'm running out of funds and I have to pay my rent, pay my other bills. Like, what else am I going to do? I have to take this interview. I feel like in a very tight position, and I feel like if I could do well in that interview, I would get an offer. It was my last interview with them. So anyway, I told her like, hey, I followed up with you twice. You only responded once. Then several weeks later, you guys called me back about an interview, and it made me feel like you had someone that got an offer that either didn't show up, didn't like the offer, and things fell through, and you had to go to your backup people that you had already went through the first process with. And she said, oh, that's not what happened. Between you and me, we'll really never know what happened. But she said, oh, that's not what happened. You know, it was just scheduling conflicts. And I said, well, for you to not respond to my second follow-up or include Christy, the girl that I interviewed with, who's the manager for that team that I was interviewing for, not to include her or something and say, hey, Christy, you want to let Rachel, like, bring her in on the response or something, you know? And I told her, like, any job I've ever worked, I have to respond before the business day ends. I've always been trained that. Even if it's like, hey, I see your email, I don't have time to get to you, or something like that, you know, professionally. Even if it's just that, and then you get to them the next day or something, you always respond and let people know that you've seen their email, and it just makes people feel seen and heard, respected, and all of that stuff. And I said for you to see my email, because I know you probably saw it, and for you to not respond, even if there was no change for the prior week, really put a bad taste in my mouth. And then y'all follow up several weeks later when I have a second interview, when I've already been interviewing around. She asked where I got an offer from. I was like, I'm not comfortable sharing that. And I said, honestly, it's no ill will. There's no hard feelings. If I saw an opportunity pop up with you guys in the future and it really spoke to me, and you know, I felt like I was qualified, then I would totally interview for it and I'd be excited about it. But if this is how you guys treat me in the interview process, where you're not responding, take several weeks to schedule things, and I get like people have like busy schedules and there's lulls within the market, and then there's peak season times where you're really busy, and I get that you might be in a peak season time where the manager that I was going to interview with is busy and it's going to take him a few weeks to get some time together for our interviews. He needs to figure out his scheduling when they're interviewing, and he needs to try to work something in. That's just between you and me. But I was just like, it really just put a bad taste in my mouth, and it just made me think like, this is how I'm being treated in the interview process. I don't want to know how I'm going to be treated as an employee. I'm not going to be seen. I'm not going to feel like I'm being seen, valued. My time is being valued. You know, and I said all of those things are very important to me in the next place I go to work for. I want to enjoy where I'm working. I want to feel like I'm respected. My time is respected. I'm valued, and I feel seen and heard. And I feel like that's literally the bare minimum. And when they couldn't even give me that, I was like, I don't want to work there. And thank goodness I don't have to. Oh my goodness, Stella was sleeping. And now she's over here chilling with her mama. Of course, I went and got groceries, but didn't get everything. So let's go into Publix and get a couple more things for the week. I just replaced my North Carolina tags on my car with my new Florida tags. It's so weird and bittersweet. I've always wanted to live in Florida ever since, I don't know, just like I've always been a kid that we went to the beach as a family. I loved it. I've never been a girl that loves getting in the ocean because I'm terrified of sharks and jellyfish and all the things. I am an ankle deep girl, but I still love the beach. Like the sound of the ocean crashing, the waves crashing, it's just so calming and relaxing. It brings back so many good childhood memories of when we used to have a little pop-up camper. And we'd all pile up in my dad's truck. We'd hitch the pop-up camper and then we'd go to the beach at a campground that was super close to the beach. We'd pop up the pop-up camper and like all of us girls would wake up in the morning on these trips, and my parents would be outside on the little campfire stove with 2 burners, like cooking breakfast, like bacon and eggs and pancakes. And I just had the best memories. And I think that's why I love the beach so much. And I know there's beaches in North Carolina, but ever since my eldest daughter moved here to Florida a couple years ago over pandemic times, I was like, okay, well, I feel like I'm going to eventually migrate down there as well. And I've been trying to convince my youngest one to move down here for North Carolina. I don't know if that will ever happen. I always just thought I would be a North Carolina girl. I've lived in North Carolina so many years since my divorce. Let's see, I think we got divorced in 2011 or 2010, one of those years. And so since then, I've lived in North Carolina. I've bounced around from Cullowhee, where I went to Western Carolina, and Raleigh, where I worked many years, Greensboro, back to Raleigh, and I've really enjoyed my time there. I learned so much about myself, professionally and personally. I got to work with a lot of great people. I got to work at a lot of big banks. When this opportunity presented itself that I would be able to move to Florida because my youngest child has now graduated high school. And yeah, she still needs me because she's only 18 going on 19 next month. I will always be there for her, as well as I will always be there for my eldest daughter, who is now 21. You know, I just kind of felt like my kids are grown. My lease is up at this apartment, that my last apartment. And I was like, well, I feel like it's time for me to figure out what I want to do in my life and what makes me happy. Thanks for hanging with me this week. Bye. See you next week.